What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to talk about what it means to have your North Node in your partner's 8th house in Synastry. When it comes to having your North Node in your partner's 8th house, in this relationship, the 8th house person tends to find themselves in a position to offer support or to provide a safe space to the North Node person, especially when it comes to matters like death, rebirth, regeneration, healing, and sharing of resources. The North Node coming into this house in Synastry does mean that this relationship has a lot of potential for being able to experience growth and transformation. And in this relationship, the North Node person looks at the house person as some kind of a support system, and they feel safe with them. And specifically when it comes to things like this and getting through them and experiences that they share to do with 8th house things. When it comes to the North Node person, they're the one who likely brings a lot of karmic energy to this relationship, like their unresolved past issues, and being able to go through and experiences that they do go to together, even the house person is able to experience this growth and transformation as a result. The North Node person helps the house person evolve in this way. And ultimately, this relationship has the potential to change both of the partners. The growth and the transformation that they experience in this relationship is to do with areas of the 8th house, like intimacy and shared resources, like money and power and control. It also shows that one of the partners in this relationship could be more so dependent or play an important role in the other partner's emotional and even financial security. Another thing is when it comes to transformation and rebirth, this house also shows and is associated with transformation and rebirth. And what this means is that this relationship will have a significant part to play when it comes to the personal evolution of the partners. They will experience the kind of changes that help them understand themselves better and their place in the world better. The 8th house is also associated with death and endings. So this relationship could also help the partners when it comes to dealing with being able to release something and moving forward. And that releasing of something could be related to the relationship itself, but it can also be when it comes to old beliefs that no longer serve one of the partners or both of them. And when it comes to more so personal issues, the 8th house is also associated with healing and even to regenerate themselves physically, emotionally, spiritually. And when considering the sign that the North Node is in, it can also help with being able to see where that growth and transformation is going to be taking place and how it manifests. For example, if the North Node is in the sign of Aries, then the North Node person could bring to the house person a sense of excitement and passion, and need to be mindful and less impulsive when it comes to decisions to do with the 8th house. And say for instance, if it's the North Node is in the sign of Taurus, then the North Node person could bring to the house person a sense of comfort and even material abundance. And in this way, the North Node person could even help the house person build security and stability when it comes to the 8th house. Or say for instance, the North Node is in the sign of Gemini, then the North Node person brings a sense of learning and gaining knowledge when it comes to 8th house topics or 8th house related issues. And in this way, the North Node person is teaching the house person or helping the house person to gain a better understanding and to expand their knowledge when it comes to 8th house related topics and issues. And if, say for instance, the North Node is in the sign of Cancer, then the North Node person coming into the 8th house person's life is bringing emotional depth and even a sense of nurturing, which can help the house person especially create a sense of safety and security when it comes to the eighth house and eighth house related issues that they go through in this relationship. But if it is in the sign of Leo, then the North Node person is also able to bring a sense of self-expression and creativity to the eighth house person. And in this way, the North Node person is helping the eighth house person especially tap into their own sense of self-worth and confidence around issues to do with the eighth house. And if, say, the North Node is in the sign of Virgo, then the North Node person is bringing more so a sense of practicality and attention to detail, helping the house person become more organized, efficient when it comes to matters to do with the eighth house. And if it is in the sign of Libra, then the North Node person coming in house person's life brings a sense of balance and harmony. And in this way, the North Node person could help the house person when it comes to creating a sense of equality, fairness, and balance in a relationship, especially as it has to do with the things of the eighth house. But if it is that the North Node is in the sign of Scorpio, then the North Node person brings that sense of intensity and that sense of depth to this relationship. And in this way, the North Node person helps the house person. They help them tap into their own power and have an understanding of the deeper aspects of the eighth house. If, say, for instance, the North Node is in the sign of Sagittarius, then the North Node person brings more so a sense of adventure or exploration to the house person. And this can help the house person in this relationship, especially when it comes to experiencing expansion in some way, and exploring new ideas and new ways of thinking of things to do with this eighth house. And if, say, the sign of the North Node is in the sign of Capricorn, then the North Node person likely brings that sense of responsibility and ambition. And the way in which the North Node person could be helping the house person in this relationship is when it comes to the house person learning how to take charge and be more in control when it comes to issues related to the eighth house. And if the North Node is in the sign of Aquarius, then the North Node person brings a sense of innovation and progress to the eighth house. And the North Node person helps the eighth house person when it comes to being able to think outside of the box and kind of breaking free from the traditional way of approaching eighth house matters. And finally, if the North Node is in the sign of Pisces, then the North Node person brings to the eighth house person a sense of inner wisdom and higher understanding of the eighth house. Intuition and spiritual growth is also able to be achieved in this relationship. The North Node person may be the kind of person who's very intuitive, and they have a strong sense of intuition, and there's a lot of spiritual growth as a result of being able to experience things with this person or the eighth house person. When it comes to the effect that both of these partners have on each other with this Synastry placement, the North Node in a partner's eighth house does show that this person is going to have a huge and significant impact on the other person, is personal growth and development, and vice versa, especially when it's associated with things to do with the eighth house. And those are things like intimacy, shared resources, transformation, rebirth, death, healing, endings, and even regeneration. When it comes to the North Node person, they could look to the house person as somewhat of a guide or support on their journey to being able to grow and learn, especially in things to do with the eighth house. And the eighth house person does provide the necessary environment and even the circumstances for the North Node person to be able to do that in this relationship. And this relationship can have a huge part to play in the house person's personal evolution as well. On the positive, this does show that this can be a very karmic connection to share with someone, and they have that deep understanding of each other on a soul level. And there's also the chance to experience a lot of growth and a lot of transformation, personal evolution, support, guidance, when it comes to the 8th house and the journey that they grow through together. There is a sense of intensity and depth with this relationship, making it one that's very meaningful to both of the partners. However, when it comes to the more negative side of things, this relationship can also come with power struggles, but with the 8th house having to do with control and power, and that can mean some challenges when it comes to the power dynamic of things. Also, emotional intensity, when taken too far, can also be something that is a difficult thing to deal with in this relationship. It can be challenging. They can even find themselves testing each other and pushing each other when it comes to growing and changing. Another thing is that this aspect can also show that one or both of the partners can have a fear of intimacy, and unresolved past issues or traumas can surface during the course of this relationship, which can be challenging too. So this aspect can also teach very valuable lessons, especially around boundaries, working through them and expressing them effectively. Well, that does it for this video on having your North Node in your partner's 8th house. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed the content. And if you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. And stay tuned for more videos. Well, that is where I love and leave you. Thank you for watching and being here, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, everybody.